All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Friday. It's Friday. Friday. That's my Friday dance. Y'all know I gotta do my Friday dance. All right, all right, man. So, man, the stories keep getting thick, man. It's Kawhi Leonard, Jerry West, Johnny Wilkes. This whole thing, man, is continue to get thicker and thicker. So, man, wow. All right, first of all, now, let's address this. A lot of this stuff ain't the first time we heard it. If you ain't heard this, then you probably ain't listening to basketball. Because over the last there was plenty rumors about and I don't think it's Kawhi more as it is his uncle, who is his representation. I think that's where this hammer is. That's where it's starting to point at. Because, all right, so remember the rumors of Kawhi asked the Lakers for like a private jet, part ownership in the team. You know, he asked some outrageous things from Philly, and Philly was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that." Jenny Buss was like, "Nah, that's illegal." And then you hear, just so many different things was going on. Now, listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be honest here. If you asking for part ownership in a team, okay, now you didn't really want it. I honestly think I don't want to be there. But now if you throw the kitchen sink time 10 at me, I'll come. But you're gonna give me, I'm gonna ask for something crazy. Might have been that. But these are things that was said last year. This is not nothing new. So at the same time, but he did go to LA. Now the way we know he wanted Paul George. Now we don't know what other behind the scenes thing he asked for or is receiving. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate because this is an investigation. Like I try to get this, like I did last time. I want to get accurate information. But at the same time, the Clippers pretty much must have gave him what he wanted. It goes back to, man, I don't want to sound like that guy, but it goes back to Montrez, Lou Williams. These guys been unhappy because Kawhi can dictate practice schedule, show up when he want, do what he want to do. And apparently, Uncle Dennis, who was his agent, made it very, very clear he is a package deal with Kawhi. So when you sign Kawhi, you got to take care of Uncle Dennis too. He want travel expenses taken care of, and of course the private jet and all of that. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Now this is just what's coming out, guys. Now this is where this thing with I think his name, the accuser, I think his name is Johnny Wilkes. He's the one that's suing Jerry West. Now this is how he got the inside on. This is how he become close with Uncle Dennis. They played basket. They was on the same basketball team together. That's what this Johnny Wilkes guy and Uncle Dennis really became, where they got close, and that's how, he had access to Uncle Dennis, which ultimately gave him access to Kawhi. So, all right, but now, Kawhi himself has responded to this, and this is what he said. When they asked him about the whole investigation, and he said, "Not at all. That has nothing to do with me coming here. I'm from LA. I grew up here my whole life. Out here, people try to find any way to get some money. It probably won't be the last. I know a lot of people out here." Kawhi shuts down the Johnny Wilkes rumor. That's his statement. He pretty much saying, "Man, I'm from here. I know how it is. People just trying to get some money." Cool. Now, this is one thing I want to say to athletes, ball players. I get the love for home, but it just don't end up good. I'm sorry. Look at these artists and rappers. Unfortunately, where do it come to an end for them at home? These basketball players is dealing with stuff like this. That's because people back home. Listen, I love my hometown, but I go to visit. Hey, all right, mama, love you. All right, cool. You want to come see me? Come see me. It's just when you're home. I don't want to drag this out. It's like this. The reason why this happens so much. When you're at home, these people watch you be a nobody. It's hard for them to accept that you can come from the same circumstances them, had nothing just like them, went to the same high school as them, did everything they did, and you become this person. And they are still where they at. In order for them to have to accept that, in order for them to accept you being great, they got to admit that they didn't do something themselves. That's why you're where you are, and that's why that's why they are where they're at. I hope I broke that down as plain and simple. That's what it all boils down to. A person that have not achieved what you achieved, most likely because they didn't put the work in, they didn't make the effort, they didn't make the necessary sacrifice to get the level of success or whatever. So they ultimately, and I'm talking about a specific group of people, haters. That's where it comes from. It comes from them not doing what you did to get where you at. They didn't have the discipline, didn't put the work in, so they can't just say you're great because it make them look like they didn't do something because they had the same opportunity. So instead of doing that, they got to bring you down. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why when it comes to going home or something like that for these athletes, rappers, entertainers, man, don't do it. Like, you can go back and visit, but get up out of there, man, as we see. That's my take on that, man. Now, last thing, though, this is a little juicy, too. Jerry West, voicemail, apparently. This guy got a voicemail from Jerry West now. It ain't been 100% confirmed that this is Jerry West, but leaning heavily that way. He said this is Jerry West. He was talking about Kawhi Leonard. He was talking about Kawhi. Everyone in LA organization think he's going to the Lakers. He said, I find it hard to believe that he would go to that show where he wouldn't even get his name in the paper. He wouldn't be the face of the franchise. He might be the best player on the team, but hope things are all well. And again, I really appreciate everything you've done. So pretty much saying, if he go to LA, he wouldn't be the face of the franchise, but he'll be the best player on the team. Okay, that's up for debate. I don't think I'm not. He ain't okay. He at this point you can't put him above LeBron. I'm just being it is what it is. LeBron's better. But I will say this. That's a direct shot at the Lakers. Now, for a Laker fan, who now I wasn't born in his era, so my tie to Jerry West ain't that deep. But he's synonymous with bringing this guy to the Lakers. He's synonymous with bringing O'Neal to the Lakers, Shaq to the Lakers. He's synonymous in putting these pieces together. So you kind of feel like he's the logo. You kind of feel a little. Oh, come on, bro. Why would you do that to us? Why on us? You probably like family. You might be working somewhere else, but you still family. So that hurt Laker Nation a little bit. Like, come on, really, bro? Right, really? And then, but of course, it goes back to a point where, they had an opportunity to bring him on in 2017, and they chose not to bring him on, and maybe he's a little bitter about that. But he clearly shots were fired at the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll see where this thing go, man. The investigation continues, and this thing is getting deep, man. Ultimately, all this is entertainment. I don't think much is gonna happen with a fine. Draft picks, which obviously they don't have because they gave them all away for Paul George. So maybe they next picks after that. I don't know. So we'll see how this goes, man. But anyway, with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments on this. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys be great.